So hey, I'm here. It's Vince fishing, one of your Raymarine ambassadors, and for the West Coast, I'm in Lompoc, California, and I'm just doing a quick video in the Parker. I have a 21-foot Parker, 2120, with a Yamaha 250, and see if we can light that up. Yep. And we're just doing a quick video. I'm just showing you guys like how these axioms work. I know a lot of my friends and fishing club members are always like, hey, I need some help with my axiom. So we're gonna do this quick video about the unit. This is a Axiom 9. I got it mounted up high. I like to look up, not down, but pretty soon I'm gonna have it so this iPad's mounted down here, or I might throw a 12-inch screen right here. I'm not sure yet, but the goal is to set your stuff up the way you want it. Whether you put a gimbal mount on the pilot house on the outside, you can run it on your iPad. You can run it on a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways you can run your unit. So for now, this is how I can run it, and I can also go remote control off of the phone or the iPad, which is a dope way to do it because it makes it easier. You could take the iPad or your phone out on the deck and you can play with it. Should be able to hit your waypoints from the deck and still be able to see what you're doing. So I'm going to get in a couple things real quick. A lot of guys ask me about the analytics for the motor. And if you hit the Yamaha icon, it'll show you the actual link, the Yamaha gauge link. If you have the nice digital gauge, that's what it's going to show up. When I turn my key, it should give the fuel. It should give the trim. That blue is the trim here, and then your fuel is here. So I'm at 100 gallons. It's not going to say 100 gallons, but it says full right there. And the bars pop down as you go down. That's pretty simple. Speed on your left, your boat status, your flow, your gallons per hour. Now, the only way you're going to get all these other analytics to work is if you have the proper cabling off of your Yamaha motor. I say Yamaha, but it's whatever motor you're using. Whatever motor you're using, you're going to have NEMA capability set up. And with Yamaha, it's a Yamaha link, command link that you're going to need to have set up, and it'll give you your analytics. When I turn my key off, I can go. It's still going to show fuel's full, but it's not going to show my trim because I turned my key off. And you heard my trim tabs power down. So I'm going to go off, back to home. When you go dashboard, it's going to give you the same analytics, but it's going to give you the Raymarine analytics form. So this is the generic way of Raymarine has it set up. When I turn that key, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see, once again, the fuel's going to go up, the fuel flow, you have your econ totals. You're not going to see your trim tabs on this one unless you set it up so you can, and everything's customizable so you can customize your home screens. It just depends how you want to do it. At night, when I run at night, I do tone my screen down, and I just go to the off button, and I'm able to drag this over and lighten it up and darken it up. And right now, if you're running full bright, it's too bright to be able to see what you're doing while you're driving in the night, unless you've got really good spotlights. But don't forget, what your rules are for navigation at light, rules of the road. So I just bring the lighting down. Tomorrow, daylight, I'll forget, and I'll have to put it back up again. So as it shows the analytics, I'm at 100 gallons, 101 gallons. It shows percentage. Not a big deal. And when you're running, it'll show you all these analytics. So if you go here in this arrow, it's going to give you your bearings. It's going to give you your miles per hour. If you have your over water, or if you have your paddle wheel, it'll show it. But you have to show SOV, I believe it is how it's going to have to show. So your analytics, like I said, if you cycle through, you can get your navigation set up, your depth. You can customize this how you want it. I typically don't get into it big time. I do have my Yamaha gauges over here. If you had a newer Yamaha and you wanted to just go to your fish finder, good luck. They have a new system now through Yamaha where they want you to spend some bucks to to see your analytics on a fish finder screen because it's proprietary to Yamaha. So no biggie with this though. We can go through and we can get, our analytics. Time's a little off. It's okay. So that's what you're going to see while my key is on and I don't even have it running yet. Okay. Let's go back to that one real quick. Fuel tanks. I only have one fuel tank. If you have multiple fuel tanks, this thing will tell you what you're running on fuel, which is really cool. So that's your analytics for your data. Okay. That's data. And then you can come over here and you can customize your data. You can customize the whole page. I can get in here. I can change this out. I can go econ, fuel, destination, time, or, there's a lot of things you could do on here on how you want to set it up. So I go back to home. I'm going to get into something else now. So that's your dashboard and your Yamaha gauge. For some of the guys that have been asking me too. When I go to chart, we'll just go with the big chart first off, and I have it set up to where it's on the just shows you where I live at, but I got it set up on a different page where your overlay is going to show you like that. And a lot of guys like that because it gives a shading. And this is on Navionics. I have a Navionics card in. Make sure you've updated on your Navionics. If you haven't, then it's not going to help you with the latest and greatest that Navionics has to offer. They obviously they update through the captain's updates where everybody gives updates if they opt it. And if you do that as you're sounding, as you're metering, it's going to update the bottom topographics, and they're going to send in, and if you opted in, you're going to give a new digital lookout of what the bottom is, and they update that on the mapping system, which is pretty cool. So that's obviously Prisma Point. That's the area we hit, just to show you guys kind of what we've been doing and the overlay and how good it can look on your screen. Raymarine, has great products that really give good detail. Obviously, partnered with Navionics, it makes it great. To get this, you got to go to the chart. You got to go to the little cogs. You go into your layers, not depths, but layers. And in layers, it's going to have relief shading. So here I went relief shading. If I went none, it would take it away. It would give me the generic look. But here I go relief shading. Bam. I got relief shading in. Now I can see that, and I'll be honest, I love that. Some guys don't like it. This is what it looks like without the relief shading in that area. You'll still see what looks like it could be a reef, but everybody that fishes that spot knows how reefy that is, how good of a fishing spot that is, but it's easier to see it with the relief shading and the coverage of land and sea. Land and shallow gives you more of that with there, but I go land and sea. If you do land only, this is how it's going to look. And what that does is the land and sea gives you a look of both land and sea, and it gives you that look for the land. It gives you a topographic view of the land as well, as much as like the detail, like a Google map. So I have an easy view. I do not have on community edits is on. That's how you get that community edit view. Like I said, and there's a look at what the reef is, and it really is like that out there. It's pretty crazy on how reefy it is out there. And then I got rudder bar. I got UAV. I set that on. And then range rings I don't use. Detail I have in high. And that's it for layers. That's how you change your layers. Okay, your depths. You can change your show soundings. There's a lot of different things that you can change it to. You can have depth alarm, or if you're going really, really shallow, you can have that on. You can have sonar chart live on. That sonar chart live on means that you are charting live. If you're charting live, you're giving a readout of what the bottom looks like. And that's going to send into your community edit, and it's going to live live charted in. So really cool feature. So back to your layers once again, just so I make sure I get this to you guys. Relief shading is what you want. Relief shading, not none. You want to go relief shade. Visibility, I got 100%. If you change that, it'll change the visibility. Coverage, land and sea, and that's what gives you this really cool relief shaded area. View in motion, chart in motion, relative motion, north up. That's all your preference. Okay, advanced settings. If you have an AIS and you got the target, then you can set that. Use SOG as your speed. Use radar without heading data. So I don't have a paddle for my speed. So I've got to do the SOG. Speed over graph, I think is what I believe is what if I remember right. Let's see here. Cautionaries are on, routing system, light sectors. I don't get too much into this. Roads are on, 2D shading, grid, chart text, deep water coloring is blue, community edits is on, my data, waypoint names, route names. I mean, you can go in and name all your waypoints, your tracks, your vectors, really on how you want to do it. And then page setup, you can edit your overlay. So I can come in here and I can edit and on here, and I can go, I've got depth, I've got water temperature. I don't put my waypoints up there, so I can add data. I'm going to add, let's see here, speed. Oops. Time, I don't want to add time. Delete. Yes, to be honest, I do not want to know what time it is while I'm out there. That's the whole deal about going out and having fun. If I go speed through water, average speed, target speed, polar performance. So now I can take this and I can just move my speed over the waypoint. Now I'm going to take I'm going to take speed and move it. I'm going to delete waypoint ETA. No, let's not get rid of that. Let's just put my speed right here. So there, done. My speed is now on there. I've added that feature. Now, if I want to go back and I want to do it to another one, because I really love this screen right here. This is the split view. And what I'll do is I'll go here and I'll go to here. I'll go to page setup. I'll go edit split ratio, edit data overlays. And what I'll do is I'm going to add data, and I'm going to go speed, and I'm going to go speed through water. And then I'm going to put up here. Okay. Actually, yeah, because I don't want to be able to take away from down here while I'm looking. I'm not really worried about up here. So that's it. I'm done. I tap done, and that's it. So those are small things. This will be my first video. Those are just really quick. You know, there's a lot of things this thing can do, like pair to a drone. You can fly a drone off this thing and set it all up. You can go in here and watch Netflix. So more to come on this. Be looking out for more videos. And yeah, see you guys on the water 2024, and you guys have a good new year.